ATA Carnet work? It's really simple, just like your personal passport. It's a color-coded document. Each color represents a specific part in the customs transaction. So you have the green, which is the master part, the cover of the carnet. All the information housed on the green is for the entire validity period of the carnet. Then you have yellow, whites, and blues, which are made up of counterfoils and vouchers. These counterfoils and vouchers are customs transaction specific. That is where is noted the partial shipments, or if you have an export license, you put the license number for that specific shipment. So those are the customs transaction specific. The vouchers is what customs removes for their records, and the counterfoils is what you keep in the carnet, so it can be returned to the United States and reviewed and matched up and closed out nice and neatly. So this brings me to carnet best practices. What do we recommend for you to be best prepared to make sure that you have a perfect carnet experience and carnet use? Number one, general list, the list of goods on the ATA Carnet. And I don't know how much more to stress this. It is very important that you provide a very clearly described list of your goods to your carnet provider with all unique identifying characteristics. The more information you put on that general list, the less likely you will have questions from customs. And I am in a horrible case right now with customs rejecting a carnet because the list was insufficient in their opinion. And I have had to stress it over and over again. More information, the better. Unique identifying characteristics, serial numbers, model numbers, brand names, unique identifying characteristics. Is it a pop-up booth? Does it have 3 metal rods? Is it a vinyl booth? Does it have the company logo on it? Does it have the company slogan on it? Is it a white t-shirt? Is it a v-neck? Is it a crew neck? 100% cotton. See what I'm getting at? As much information as possible, because the officer at time of clearance is not a commodity specialist. He wants to be able to look at the list and create a picture in his head. If he were to inspect, what is he going to see? And that's what you want to give him. Make it as easy as possible. As I mentioned earlier, split and partial shipments are possible, but we require a lot of attention. You have to make sure that the items you're cataloging that are going in are coming out. Because if you miss the numbers, then you can be liable for the number that didn't go in or didn't come out or wasn't recorded properly, even though the goods are back in the United States. So when doing split and partial shipments, make sure that you tell your provider exactly which items are shipping and you're absolutely sure which ones they are. Expired US ATA carnets must be accepted by US Customs for reimportation. So as I mentioned earlier, ATA carnets are valid for 1 year, not longer. There are extension options, so on and so forth, but the convention and the US Customs directive state the goods have to be out of the foreign country on or before date of expiration. So let's say you present your carnet and your cargo to Shanghai Customs on date of expiration. It's loaded on the ocean vessel on date of expiration. Perfectly compliant. Then it sets sail to return to the United States. Obviously, it's going to return to the US and the carnet document would have expired. US Customs is required to accept that for importation. And the reason I stress this, it is without fail that I get this question or a rejection at a customs port, and we have to reiterate the regulations to the customs officer. They have to accept an expired US carnet returning home to the United States. They may ask, why did it take you so long? So provide bills of lading, airway bills, or you just did non-carnet country travel because you have to be out of the carnet country on or before date of expiration. Not non-carnet countries, you can use different type of importation tools into those countries. If your carnet is lost or missing or you can't find it, the minute you can't find that carnet, call your provider and get a duplicate carnet immediately. Because the best proof to resolve a claim is stamps in a carnet. And the duplicate carnet picks up where the original left off. And I, again, don't know how much to stress that. I get people call, well, I thought I left it in my hotel in Paris after the trade show. Call your provider, get a duplicate immediately so they can continue on your carnet travel.